Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 89 of the Clockwork Cantina, Batman Day. I'm one of your hosts, Josh902, and this is the other host.
I'm DT3. What's up, everyone?
Hey, everybody. Sorry for the late start, but we've had some inclement weather here that had knocked power out for a little bit. That led to me being really bored and laying down and falling asleep. So I napped for a little while, but um, it's still raining and weather is still kind of really shitty. So in the event that we drop, we're recording this live on Twitch right now for anybody watching this later. Uh, just be aware that's probably what happened. But other than that, we should be good to go. Should be good to rock. First half of the show will be the usual news, what we've been up to and all that jazz. Second half of the show, we'll be talking about Batman. Batman. Um, but yeah. Um, Today's my dad's birthday, so happy birthday, Dad.
Hey, happy birthday.
My poor old man woke up on his birthday and had a kidney stone. And I was like, that's
no.
about the size of that's about our luck.
That's the shittiest gift you could have, bro.
Yeah. Luckily he passed it pretty early. But we all know, any of us that have ever had one, I've had one. I don't know if you've ever had one, Daniel. They fucking suck.
Fortunately, I have not. But like my dad's had some stuff, and I hear they're terrible. So yeah.
No, they're awful. They suck. They just make you want to die. Like they're just terrible. Not fun at all in any way, shape, or form. But he like my dad's a tough dude. Like really tough, but like kidney stones even make him want to go to the hospital. Like that level of pain. So happy birthday, Dad. Yeah, your body didn't like you on your birthday. I'm sorry.
It sucks.
The good news is it got over with pretty quick, and we got him a birthday meal they got to enjoy and all that stuff. So, but yeah, happy birthday, Dad. Love you. We got some news. Before we get to the news, we're gonna talk about what we've been up to. Mine is pretty quick, so I've been playing a lot more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. I'm up to 55 hours, and I'll be honest with you, it doesn't feel like 55 hours. Like, I'll sit here and just play. Oh, we're dropping some frames. Sorry, guys. I will sit there and just play, and it'll be like, just fucking quick. Like I'll look at it and be like, oh, it's been 10 hours? What the fuck? What happened?
No.
But yeah, I've been playing a lot of that. Oh, I know why I'm dropping frames. 1 second. I had Steam open and it was trying to cloud sync, which fucking just awful.
Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. 55 hours total. Still enjoying it. Still having a lot of fun with it. I do look forward to like playing something else because I played Kingmaker and then I played this one right after another, and it's just like, bruh.
It's a lot of.
It's a lot of
game, huh?
A lot of CRPG stuff. Yeah. The other thing I've been up to is I watched the Brooklyn Nine-Nine final episode for this season, for the series. They ended it completely done. They got to end it the way they wanted to. Over on Hulu is where I watched it at, but I think it was on TV as well. It was kind of sad to see it end because I really enjoyed Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But yeah, I've watched every episode, and that was kind of like, as weird as it is, like the show I've been watching, like just in general, what I've been watching, you know what I mean? Like I haven't really watched anything else other than like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, other than like movies and stuff. So it's sad to see that end. A lot of the relationships and characters, the relationships with each other's was like really good and wholesome, and like they always kind of had each other's back. It was like a lot of that kind of shit, you know. But it's good. If you like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, check out that final season. Daniel, you and I both watched at the same time, but the Plane Ride from Hell, the Dark Side of the Ring stuff.
I mean, Man,
Yeah, like how do you talk about it, right? Like it's
that's
rough.
oh god, some
We've
fucked up shit going on, man. You
It's
get
one
a
of those
bunch of
stories that we've always heard about. Like if you've ever followed wrestling like a lot, like I have, like we've always kind of heard about the plane ride from hell, but you never really like heard about it from the people that were on the plane, and they had like one of the stewardesses on there, and it was like, woof, this is rough. Um, but yeah, what were you gonna say on it, Daniel? I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
no, 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 no. You're good. I was just like when like what do you do when you have all those dudes on a plane and it gets delayed for as long as it does and they just keep ordering booze, bro? Like
Yeah, and they're drunk as fuck and on drugs and all that shit.
Jesus, man.
It's a mess. If you want to enjoy that mess, you can watch it for free on YouTube. They put that episode up there. Um,
It's
over on the
fucking
Vice channel.
it's fucking crazy. I'm just like, oh, come on, man. Some of the stuff that happens in there, you're just like, come on, why?
Yeah, yeah. It's not pretty. It's rough. It's very rough.
It is, yeah,
Uh, but yeah, I watched that. You watched that.
yeah.
Um,
I
and
I
the
I
last. Oh,
actually ended up watching it because you watched it first, then you're like, oh, you guys should check this out because some it's fucking crazy or something like that. And then I was like, okay. And then I saw it trending on Twitter. I was like, oh fuck, what happened, dude? So I was like, I had to watch it. And then yeah, when I saw that it was up on YouTube, I'm like, all right, well let's check this out. And I did, and yeah. Yeah, it's something. It's something, man.
yeah, yeah. It's rough. I enjoy all the dark side of the rings. Like there are a lot of. I mean, they're all. It's like the seedier, dark, kind of fucked up side of wrestling that's always existed. But it's always interesting to watch and hear stories and stuff. But that one's rough and like these guys are degenerate assholes, fucking kind of way, you know. Like,
Yeah.
but I highly recommend checking it out. It was an interesting watch. Oop, let me- I need to get the rainbow puke fix button for when Daniel's camera gets wonky with this OBS Ninja. It's the thing we're using to host the thing, and that's what makes that camera do that. Last thing I watched, and you watched them too, was we watched Heels, the last two episodes because we
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
watch last week. That show continues to be great. I'm enjoying it.
Amazing. Amazing.
Uh,
I really enjoy that show. It's been really, really good.
yeah.
Like if people are sleeping on that, man. You guys need to watch that show.
Yeah, I think
It
people are
is
sleeping on
it
it
is
too. It's got
great.
the Cobra Kai thing kind of going on, right? Like where it was like,
Yeah,
I think
it's on
you
YouTube.
mentioned
It's
that.
on YouTube Red, and yeah, yeah. Nobody's watching it because it's on YouTube Red or whatever for Cobra Kai at the time. And then yeah, now with this one, it's on Stars, and I feel like not too many people are watching it because of that, but people gotta people gotta watch. You just gotta watch and check it out because and even if you're not like super into wrestling, like I think it's still got a really great story behind it. Apart from that,
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Like when it comes on every week, I can't wait to watch it. Obviously, I waited last week because we missed that episode. We always watch it together. Me, Daniel, and another friend of ours called Bigfoot watch it, and yeah, I just enjoy the shit out of it. I love all the characters. I enjoy the drama. Um, my boy Bobby Pin. I love my boy
Baja
Bobby
Bobby
Pin.
Pin.
The greatest good guy ever. He's such a baby face. Um, but yeah, definitely check out Heels, guys. I can't recommend it enough. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's so good. I think you'll enjoy it. Like it gets like all the sides of that wrestling kind of thing. Like it's funny. It's got the carny bullshit that wrestling's known for, but it's also got like this deep family drama stuff going on, and I just enjoy it. The last episode, like the last 15-20 minutes was all like, this is fucking deep conversation. Like it was crazy. with multiple characters one after another. So definitely check out Heels. Really loved it. And that's everything I've been up to. We're gonna throw it over to Daniel. Daniel, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Um, well, I've been playing a lot of NBA 2K. I recently got Deep Rock Galactic, so I've been playing that as well. I tried out the new update for No Man's Sky, which was fun. I that's one of those games that like I really want to play more of, but it's just like there's so many other things to play. It's so difficult
Right?
to play all this stuff because like I really want to play more No Man's Sky, especially with that new update. But there's just so much to try and get to, right? So it's rough, man. It really is. But I played a little bit of it to try out the new update. I did. It was cool. I always like playing that game. I had a couple of Keymailer games that I played on stream. One of them is called Hanako Honor and Blade. It is a multiplayer melee uh like it's a multiplayer melee like hack and slash. That's the word that's what I was thinking of. So if you enjoy that, it's cool. I actually really had fun with that game. The only problem that I have with that game right now is that the player base is kind of low. So I feel like there needs to be more people playing the game. But I had fun with it for what it was. A very enjoyable multiplayer melee combat mayhem chaotic thing. It's cool. I have fun with it. There's 4 different classes you can choose. There's a little bit of customization. They do have like microtransactions and stuff, but like it's only for cosmetics. Like it's here's if you want a different if you want like like the masks in Tsushima,
Yeah.
you can get like a mask for like $1 or something. But no, the game itself was pretty fun. But yeah, I think that's my biggest issue with it is that there's just the player base needs to be higher because it's a fun game, but it's just you fight like a lot of the time when I was playing, there's just a lot of like NPCs that you're fighting, which I mean I still enjoyed it, but like it'd be nice if there was more people on playing it. But yeah, multiplayer melee in feudal Japan, good stuff. And then the other thing that I played from Keymailer is called Palm Ride, and Palm Ride is a like retro futuristic fast-paced driving 80s synthwave kind of dealio game where you kind of have to like it kind of reminds me of like an arcade game where you have to like drive around and not like hit anything, and like
Mm.
you collect like pyramids for more lives, and you have like bullets that you can find and shoot shit out of your way and stuff. It's pretty cool. I like the soundtrack was pretty great. The visuals, like the maps and the settings and stuff was pretty good. So I approve of that one as well if you're into that kind of game. But yeah, those are the two that I had for Keymailer. Definitely good stuff. Um,
Gotta throw up some
and
footage
then
of you playing Palm Ride, I think. Believe this
oh,
is it, right?
let's see. Yeah, there it is. That's me playing Palm Ride. That's Palm Ride right there. So yeah, if you're into that kind of deal, check it out because I had fun with it. I mean, it was fun. It was challenging. It's a challenging game, but it's fun. It's fun though. It wasn't like challenging to the point where I like rage quit and I was pissed off and stuff. It was like to the point where it was still kind of fun. So
Yeah.
it's one of those things that you kind of want to like keep trying
I just
until you
like
master
I
it.
like how neon it is. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it
that's
looks.
what I'm saying. It's got that like retro 80s synthwave. Like they have other maps too, and that's the one that I played the majority of the time when I was streaming it, but they have other ones that are really cool, and they have all this music playing in the background. It's like it's cool, man. Like visually, it's incredible.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's a fun game. So if you're into that, definitely check that out. And then I played a little bit more Aliens Fireteam Elite, of course. That game was, tried to play a little bit more of with the new update. We already talked about watching Heels and the Plane Ride from Hell, so I won't get into that. But I played a little bit of Jackbox over the weekend for the first time in a long time. Those games are always fun playing with friends and
Yeah.
whatnot. That was a good time. I have a good time with those, man. So like it's not something that I play super often, but whenever I do, I have fun with it because it's those games are fun, especially when you're playing with friends and like you kind of know each other and you can kind of throw in jokes and stuff in there that they'll understand.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's always good. I played a little bit more of actually Red Dead. I'm still trying to. I'm almost done with the battle pass. I've been trying to get that done because next month I believe we'll be getting the Halloween pass. So I'm looking forward to that, seeing what comes out with that. Um, I played a little bit of Phasmophobia as well. They've changed so much for that game, man. Like the book, I found out yesterday they changed that too, amongst the other things. Like the book is a lot different now. Instead of like having to flip through all the pages, they have like tabs at the top where you can kind of like switch from like the evidence to like the ghost types and all that stuff. It's so much better in my opinion, the book. So that is an improvement for sure.
I need to hop
And
back
then
in there, man. I haven't played in a while.
yeah, it's fun, man. And I have fun with Phasmophobia, man. I need to see if any of my streamer friends want to play that. Like if you want to co-stream that, or whoever
Hell
else.
yeah, I'm in.
I gotta let some people know. Maybe we can co-stream that because that's a fun one, man. And then the Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. I've been playing a little bit of that because battle royale game that people are into right now, and a lot of people are playing it. So
Yeah.
play that a little bit, and yeah,
Cool.
pretty much what I've been
Um,
up to though.
I missed two things. First thing I wanted to bring up, that I've also been up to is I bought new dice. I have
Hey,
an addiction. Save me. Um, Die Hard Dice had their surprise dice. Like a little. You used to buy like a cheap bag of just random. You don't know what you're gonna get type stuff. So I obviously went the
Magic
extra
type deal.
mile, like a goodie bag. I went the extra mile and bought like $30 worth of just random dice, and I got a bunch of awesome dice. So yeah, I wanted to show those off. Just a bunch of random. I have a horrible addiction. Save me, please. Not really. Um, to dice. I'm a dice goblin. And Daniel has this guy, but I finally got my Darth Ribbon Pop.
Hey, you finally
Um,
got him. There it is.
yeah, he
Look at
came
him.
today in the mail. I had to get him. I had to make sure I got him out of the mailbox because it was fucking raining. And I was like, I gotta
I
get this thing.
have I have a shelf of Funko Pops like above me over here, and I'm looking at him. He's right there. He's right there next to Darth Malik.
Yeah, I gotta put him up there
Uh,
with my Malik. My Malik is right over there, along with the other Revan and Bastila.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, I gotta get some like protective cover thingies,
yeah.
boxes to put them in and put them up
That's
there.
what I do. If you want, I can send you a link to the ones that I get.
Yes, please. I would appreciate that. Also, everybody knows I like to get boxes. I got another box to put stuff in. Um, this is like $5 at the store, but it's a gigantic box. Um, I put my dice in here. But yeah, um, that's the other couple things I did this past week, and I forgot to talk. I'm like, I got to talk about Ripley. Like I finally got him. I had to
Yeah,
go to
dude.
eBay to get him, but I got
Yeah,
him.
we both are big fans of Darth Revan, as you guys know, with our excitement for the KOTOR remake last week, and or whenever that was.
mm,
And we always talk about Knights of the Republic because it's our favorite thing. And yeah, I missed out originally when it first came out. Uh, like when GameStop first put them out. So unfortunately, I couldn't get them then, and Josh couldn't either. But you know, we had to get them. So I've got mine like a couple months back, and then Josh just has his now. So there you go, man. We
Yeah,
we, we got them both. We got both Revens now too, dude. We got the Jedi Revan and the Darth Revan. So hell yeah.
yeah. Give me a
I just yeah,
HK
man.
47, please. Let's roll. I'll take it from
I'm
you.
pretty sure I have all the Kotor ones. It's Malik, Revan, and Bastila.
Yep,
I think that's all they have for Kotor. We have them all, I think.
yep.
I'm
Gotta
I'm
catch
still
'em
waiting for
all.
like HK and
Yeah.
Scion and Nihilus and some of these other guys, but because there was a rumor that I heard a while back that they were going to be doing a Star Killer, from the Force Unleashed,
Mm-hmm.
and then also a Darth Nihilus from obviously KOTOR too. So hopefully those are going to be coming out at some point because I would love to have.
Um, the other night in voice, you were talking about cards because Amber keeps getting her Pokemon cards, and I started messing with my
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And it's like I
I
started
found
looking
my
through them all.
Yu-Gi-Oh
I was like,
cards,
"Fuck,
dude. Yeah,
yeah." That's why I brought them up because it wasn't on your list. But I was like, I remember us talking about the cards. We've been
yeah.
messing around with that a little bit.
Yeah, so
Um,
everybody's been like I was watching, our friend, my OMG, it's whatever stream she was doing. So
mm-hmm.
like she was having like a anniversary stream because she hit like a mouse follower milestone, and like her boyfriend goes up and like they open up like Pokemon packs and stuff. So I was like, all right, seeing that, and then like seeing Amber go to McDonald's and buy fucking Happy Meals for the Pokemon cards and shit, and like everybody's like opening up Pokemon like cards and all this stuff. I'm like, man, where do I have my Pokemon cards at? Because I know I have some somewhere. I still haven't found them, but I found like my old like NBA and MLS and like uh Star Wars and like Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit that I have. Like I have those, but I need to look through some of my other binders and like shit and see where I have some of my
I
other
have
stuff. Because
I have more than what I showed here, and I think I have some on like the front porch. Um, I know I have some of the fucking Exodia pieces. Like, I want to say I have like 2 or 3 pieces um, of Exodia, of the OG Exodia fucking cards for like I was big into Yu-Gi-Oh. Like we got Pokemon cards and stuff like that, but the thing that I got huge into was Yu-Gi-Oh because that was like the thing at school everybody was into. Like Pokemon,
yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh
Pokemon
was
happened in a time where it was like I was a little bit. I want to say a little bit almost like I was kind of past it a little bit. I don't know.
mm,
Like it was never big in school. Pokemon wasn't like other than like playing the games. But then when you get like middle school, right before I started being homeschooled, like Yu-Gi-Oh was huge in schools. Like people were getting their cards confiscated. Teachers were jerks about that shit. People were stealing from each other. Like it was awful. Like you know what I mean? Like it was fun, but it was just also like you gotta watch your shit because somebody will steal it.
somebody will steal it. Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah,
yeah.
card collecting. Oh man,
Card collecting, man, it was fun, man. Yeah, it's good. It's just
it's
fun seeing like
it's funny
what
how it's kind
the
of come back. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people
yeah
got big into Pokemon here
yeah
again.
man.
Uh,
It is crazy how it's gotten big again.
mm,
Yeah, so card collecting stuff, it's pretty dope. Um, but I'm just yeah, I certainly am not. I don't do it anymore.
I don't
Like
either.
I used to when I was younger for sure, but I don't do it anymore like at all. Um, Part of me is like curious, like what if I like you know got something and like unboxed it on stream or like just for the hell of it, right? Like part of me is
Yeah,
curious that way, but like at the same time I'm like that's an expensive thing to be doing, so I'm like
yeah. When I went to the comic shop, they were selling cards like big boosters. Like I don't know if they were selling like the whole thing, but it was like $80, and I was like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm glad I'm not into this hobby at the moment because that shit's expensive." Um,
yeah.
there's no telling how much money I spent on cards back in the day. Like had to be hundreds of dollars, like just insane amounts of. To me, at the time, a lot of money. Yeah, it's just crazy. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, we can hop
Anyway,
into the news,
let's do
if we
it. Let's
want
hop into
to.
the news. Let's get her done.
We got a little bit of news, not a ton of news, but a little bit of news.
No, not a whole lot. There's just we'll go through it pretty quickly. This might be a shorter episode, but that's fine.
Hey, it's cool. All right,
So
what do we
yeah.
got
Anyway,
first?
first thing that I have here is a cinematic trailer for Star Wars Hunters,
Play this with
which is
sound.
going
Why
to
not?
be a game for the Nintendo Switch.
Let's have a look. See, I haven't watched this trailer yet.
Yeah, I'm curious what you think about what you're gonna think about this.
Take you on, Aaron. You'll have to do better than that.
She's all yours, Groz.
Oh, damn.
I will say one thing, regardless of however this game turns out, some of these character designs are pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I was sitting here thinking like they look pretty cool.
Sentinel.
Like, you know what I think of when I see these guys? Like fucking RPG or D&D characters, you know what I mean?
Right? Yeah, they're fighting each other. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Feel the light side shift.
What the shit? It's a droid.
yeah.
Agreed. It ends here.
Ah, it's a Jawa. It's two Jawas.
It's two Jawas. It's two Jawas in a trench coat.
Show us what we got. Front time.
Target acquired.
On my mark.
It doesn't get closer than this. Down to the last 30 seconds.
Fantastic. What a great night, Alex.
Star Wars Hunters.
Star Wars Hunters, yes sir. So that was this is obviously a cinematic trailer, so obviously this is not what it's gonna look like, or gameplay or whatever. But
And now, here are today's combatants.
This ought to be good.
Yeah, that looks. I mean, it's obviously a cinematic trailer. The characters look cool.
yeah, I like the character designs and everything. But obviously the game is gonna be very, very. I mean, it's gonna be different than that,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
So for those unaware, Star Wars Hunters is an upcoming competitive arena combat game. Uh, team-based multiplayer battles. Um, it's going to be a free-to-play game for the Nintendo Switch, the App Store, and Google Play. So it's going to be, I would guess, well, based off of that, it's going to be kind of like a mobile game, right?
Ladies and
And
gentlemen, start your microtransaction.
yeah, it's going to be free to play, so there's going to be some of that in there
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, it's coming out next year. Um, it's that kind of game is typically not something that I think either of us would probably play. But my thing is, like, it's Star Wars, so I'm gonna give it a try just for the hell of it.
Yeah, I'll probably check it out at least like one time. Yeah.
I might not like it or enjoy, or I might not like love it, but I mean, I think again, because it's Star Wars, I'll probably have fun with it for a little bit. But yeah, I mean, the fact that it's a Zynga, you know, fucking mobile game for the Switch and iOS and Android and stuff, like that's kind of like but we'll see. I mean, like I said, I like the character designs and all that stuff. Which they have names for these for these characters, by the way. Like, I'll tell them to you real quick. I'll tell you guys what they are real quick before we move on to the next thing. It's so the Mandalorian guy is called Aran Tal, spelled Aran Tal, Tal. The Wookiee is called Graz. We heard his name in the trailer. spelled GROZZ. The Jawas in the in the trench coat or whatever are called Utuni. The droid, the Jedi droid is literally called Jedi, like J-3DI. The dark side, warrior that we saw with the lightsaber, her name is Reeve. The bounty hunter lady at the end we saw was called Imara Vex, which I think that's a pretty cool name. The Ugnaught in the droidica is called Slingshot, and the stormtrooper with the E-web is called Sentinel. And then finally, the last one is that that Rebel Alliance lady at the end there. Her name is Zaina. So those are the playable characters that we have so far for this game. Like I said, they all remind me of like RPG characters that you'd make up or something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I dig the character designs. I'll definitely be checking out the game when it comes out. And we'll see how it is. But yeah, that's pretty much all we have. I think I don't know if there's gameplay out there. There might be, but there might not be a whole lot. So we'll wait until I think we'll wait till they actually release some gameplay, and then
Yeah.
we'll check it out. But yeah, that's Star Wars Hunters. The next thing we have is that we have an announced trailer for well, I guess that link
It's
doesn't
okay. I
work.
can find it. I can find it really
I
quick.
yeah, it should be on. So what happened was they came out with a YouTube link, and I thought I replaced it in the notes, but I guess I didn't. I thought I
Let's go. I
did.
got it right here.
Yeah, it should be there. So anyway, it's the announcement trailer for Destroy All Humans 2, Reprobed. Yeah,
There we go.
here we go. So I actually have was it the remaster of the first one? I haven't played it yet. I want to. I remember playing a little bit of the game like back in the day, like when the original came out.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never actually played these games all the way through from start to finish. So
I don't think I've ever played the Destroy All Human games. We're
mm.
definitely not playing this with sound. uh, the song is DMCA Land. I think they also have a gameplay trailer because I clicked on it by accident at first.
Oh
So
yeah, well yeah,
we might play that too once this one's over with.
alrighty.
Our boy Lemon loves Destroy All Humans. Hey, that's dope. Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Here,
I mean,
guy lost his pants. He playing chess with a bear. What the fuck? Oh no. The cherry blossoms. You ruined them.
yeah, Destroy All Humans is seems like a fun series of games.
Yeah, they're just like big dumb fun
You're
games, right? Fucking Godzilla.
Yeah,
Look at that.
you're a little stereotypical alien dude, and you just go out and take out humans, bro. Like
Somebody call
what's
XCOM.
there not to like? Nobody call it so.
He's head banging. That's funny. Destroy all humans too. Repro.
Reprobed. There you go.
Just chilling on the moon.
On the moon, on the moon.
Cool.
Yeah, that looks like a fun game. Yeah, like I said, I have the first one. I need to play it, and then when I do, it'll be time for this one. I'd imagine.
Yeah. Oh, they have a
Yeah,
little
I'm not sure. I'm
gameplay.
not sure if I don't think it has a release date because it just got announced. But it'd be probably pretty. I would say next year, or
Yeah.
check that makes sense.
Fucking next
Some
year's
point.
starting to look stacked. I mean, it is stacked.
It really
it's getting
is.
stacked,
Yeah,
or even more stacked.
there's a lot of stuff coming out next year. Look at that jetpack, man. Mother Russia.
His head is so big and gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, these look fun. I've never played them, but they did look fun. It's like if XCOM took LSD and let you play the aliens.
Yeah, right. Look at all the colors. I mean, it is set in the 60s too, so you know, far out, man.
All right. I can go around in your flying saucer, destroy shit.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's cool.
There you go. That's Straw Humans 2 Reprobed.
Check it out
I'll
if that is your interest.
I'll definitely be checking that out at some point. I gotta play through the first one as well. Um, yeah,
All right.
yeah. All
What's
right.
next?
Next up, we have some Battlefield 2042 news. And the first part of that is that the game has been delayed. So the game was originally supposed to be coming out in October, but it's now been delayed to November 19th. And then in the second link, they talk about the early access, which will be beginning on November 12th. And it's undetermined if there will be an open beta launch.
They delayed
But
it to like the worst possible time, like on the 19th, because it's like there's some other shit coming to the new Final Fantasy expansion for one thing comes out that day. So it's like, oh god, there's so many things to be playing at once.
that's
That's
usually
what I
how it
mean by like
always
bad.
is,
It's
though,
like it's
right?
just loaded.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to make a choice. I
Yeah.
don't want to make a choice. I want it all. I want the world, the whole world. Then I want it now. Yeah, I've always said, hey, I'm fine with delays. So,
Yeah, I mean, you know,
fix
it
that
is what
game
it
up,
is.
make it
I'm
tight.
I'm excited to play it though, man. I'm really excited to play
I am
Battlefield
too.
2042.
Man, it's unreal
It
how
looks
excited I
so
am
much
for a
fun,
Battlefield
man.
game. You know what I
And
mean?
just
Like,
seeing like the wide range and scope of all these dudes just fighting each other is gonna be nuts.
yeah. There were a lot of rumors leading up to this delay on like, is it gonna get delayed in next year? But it's not like a huge delay, really. It's like a month or so, or a couple of months, something like that. I can't remember what its actual release date was.
Mm,
But yeah, a little delay there for the Battlefields. Still excited as fuck for it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely excited for that. But yeah, the next thing that we have is a Back for Blood campaign trailer.
Let's throw that up there. Back for Blood. We can watch this and go.
This is coming out next month too, I believe. There's all this stuff that's like, you know, we've been waiting on for a while, and it's like, oh, it's coming out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Deathloop, we've always been like, man, when is that game gonna come out? Because they just keep like talking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That one's finally out.
And people are
Back 4 Blood,
enjoying
we've
it.
heard about. Yeah, they are. That's
Yeah.
what I've seen. I heard there's also been some problems with it though too. Like,
Yeah, I heard there were some issues.
Already too late. But now there is hope. For there are those among us that are not cowed by the terrors of this new world. Ones that are immune to the scourge and are ready to raise arms and take back what is ours.
Spare us the poetry, fucknuts. How do we kill it?
Damn. That lady got attitude.
This opportunity to press our advantage.
Another way! Back off!
Look, you know how I feel about Phillips, but he's right about one thing. This is a war.
and I'll be damned if I let you destroy it.
I had fun playing this with
Yeah,
With folks.
when we did the beta, yeah.
Gotta do something.
yeah.
And you're that somebody?
Didn't say I wanted to do it alone, did I?
Updated Left 4 Dead is what it is, you know. So
Yeah, I mean,
Prescription, bitch.
if you had fun with those type of game, then
yeah.
yeah.
Winners, it's time to live up to your name.
Stay down.
That's a big old zombie at the end there, man. Jeez.
Now it's up to you to finish the job.
It's a big bitch. October
It is a
12th.
big
That's
one.
fucking soon.
That is very soon. That is very soon. There's also a thing coming out like within that time frame as well that I didn't realize was coming out that soon. But we'll talk about that later because it's on our notes
Gotcha.
here.
Yeah, that's Back for Blood coming out October. A little story primer up there. Get you up
Yeah.
on the doohickey.
Speaking of zombie games, Dying Light 2 has been delayed to 2022. So the original game came out in 2015. This one was slated to come out this year, but they put out an image here. Techland did, saying, "Hello, everyone. Today we have important news to share with you about the development on progress on Dying Light 2: Stay Human. It has always been our company's goal to build transparent and honest communication with our community, fans, and gamers. Every day, we strive to grow in this element. This team is steadily progressing with the production, and the game is nearing the finish line. The game is complete, and we are currently playtesting it. It is by far the biggest and most ambitious project we've ever done. Unfortunately, we've realized for us to bring the game to the level we envision, we need more time to polish and optimize it. This is why we have decided to move the release date to February 4th, 2022. We are sorry to keep you all waiting a little longer, but we want the game to meet your highest expectations on release, and we don't want to compromise on this. However, you won't have to wait too long to get a deeper look at Dying Light 2: Stay Human. Next month, both press and content creators will get their hands on PC and console versions of the game during the upcoming series of preview events around the world. They'll be able to share their experience of the city with you. In the meantime, we would like to thank our fans around the world. Without your support and feedback, we would never have come so far on this journey. In addition to our regular updates, we'll be gearing up to share some exciting news about the game later this month. Stay safe and stay human. Signed, and it was signed at the end by their CEO there. So the thing that I get out of that is, where can I get my copy of this game? I wanna try it out. I wanna play it. I wanna stream it. You know what I mean?
hmm
But that's cool. I mean, like we always say, like it's if they feel like they need to delay it, that's fine. I mean, I don't,
Yeah.
I'm usually always okay with delays. Like I don't know why people are so like
Look, this year,
upset
it's
or
the year of
mad
delays.
about it or anything.
Like, I've been
This
expecting
year
delays for everything.
and last year has been
Yeah.
this has been a bunch of stuff.
But it gives people more time to work on their shit, get it all tightened up,
Yeah.
make it look nice, make it look good, make it run good. February next year is fucking loaded.
Right? That's just add another game to the I feel like every week in February there's gonna be like two games or three games that come out.
Let's have a quick look at it here. Like,
Yeah,
what is
yeah.
all-
Go. I'm curious. Like, what the hell is coming out? Because Jesus.
When is this updated? Is this up to date? Is this up to date? I don't think that's up to date. Sorry, I'm trying to find a list that's up to date. You see, because everything keeps getting announced that it's 2022, but it
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean that it's gotten updated yet on this list here. Let's see what we got here. All right, this list looks up to date. Dying Light 2, which we just mentioned. Horizon Forbidden West. Sifu. The Destiny 2 DLC thing is February. Saints Row is February. A Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song thing is February. I don't remember what that is. Evil Dead the game is supposed to be February. Also, Blood Bowl 3 is also February. So, like, February's loaded. Um, March is also loaded. It looks like. Yeah.
Really, what's coming out in March? I'm not aware of stuff coming out in March.
So the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is March.
Oh, that's March. Okay.
Marvel's Midnight Suns is March.
Oh, okay.
Um,
That's two.
is this? Why did you not load all the way? Sorry, I'm trying to make sure it's got every month on here, like all the way, but it doesn't look like. Okay, those are like the two big things. The WWE game comes out, as well. Grand Theft Auto 5. But like January, February, and March, like because January's got Elden Ring and that Pokemon game, Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Arceus, yeah.
Yeah. And then that Rainbow Six game that shouldn't be a Rainbow Six game that I will argue there's not a Rainbow Six game. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in February I want to play. There was a leak that I did not see but heard about for Saints Row. That showed off like gameplay and stuff that made it look really good apparently. So, and people were saying like, why didn't they show this when they announced the game? But I did not see this. I cannot confirm it. I'm just saying I heard about it. So, my hype level went up a smidge for Saints Row. It definitely went up a lot more after we got that info that yes, we are making our own character. Yes, they're gonna have multiple voices. Yes, you're making your boss. You're not playing somebody else's boss. So yeah, next year, looking stacked.
Well, that's a pretty interesting quarter one so far, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
All right, what is next, Daniel?
Next up, we're talking about God of War Ragnarok and how then that game will wrap up the story because trilogies take too damn long.
Truth.
So they were having an interview rewind. A God of War YouTuber was having an interview with the game director Cory Barlog of the 2018 God of War, and he said that there was while there's several reasons why Santa Monica wanted to finish up the reboot of the series in 2 games, the main one is time. He mentioned specifically that it took 5 years for the 2018 game to develop, and assuming that it takes the same time for Ragnarok and potentially, possibly the third game, that Kratos' Norse storyline would suffer from being stretched across 15 years. And I'm gonna read some of the quotes that there were from that. He says there are several reasons, but I think one of the most important reasons is time. The first game took 5 years. I don't know how long it's gonna take to finish the second game, but I'm just gonna throw out that it's gonna take close to a similar time, right, to do this. Then if you think, wow, a third one in that same time frame, and we're talking a span of close to 15 years for a single story. I feel like that's just too stretched out. I feel like we're asking too much to say the actual completion of that story taking that long just feels too long. He also said that the main focus of the rebooted God of War was to say something about Kratos as a father and to tell a story about the relationship he has with his son, Atreus, and the story that they want to tell in the second game will serve as a definitive conclusion. So yeah, I think that's like personally, like I just want them to tell the best story they can tell, because I really like God of War.
Yeah.
And the 2018 one is like one of my favorite games ever. I really enjoyed it. It was like top 3 games of the year for 2018. I think it was my second game of the year. It was like number 2 for me in 2018. Um, and like as cool it would be as it would be for them to make a trilogy, like if there's no need to do it, and if they can tell the story they want to tell in 2 games, and not have, like they said, not have to wait too long, then I mean, why not keep it moving? I would be interested or intrigued to see if, like, since they started off with Greek mythology in the original 3 games, and then they did Norse mythology in this one, I wonder if like they're ever gonna explore like Egyptian mythology or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But I guess that's like a question for another time. But it's just like I'm just curious, like if they plan on stopping it after this second game, like what's gonna be at what's after what's like what are we gonna what's the word I'm looking for? I know I've been saying what a lot, but like after this game, where do we leave off with God of War? Like where's it gonna
Where are we
leave off
going
on? Like
next?
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What's to come? Are they just gonna leave the franchise sitting for like some time, like they did before, or like are they gonna continue it onto something else? Like I said, like maybe the Egyptian mythology or something. I don't know. Like I mean, I'm sure once the game comes out and you play through it, you'll give you an answer, but I'm just right now, as of right now, I'm curious because it's like, all right, they're saying officially that this next game is going to wrap up the story because they don't want to take 15 years on telling it, with 3 games. So I think
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting. I support their decision if that's what they want to do. Um, but
Sometimes
yeah,
a
I'm
game
just
can suffer when they try to stretch it out. Movies too. They'll try to
yeah,
stretch it out into like a big long franchise and multiple trilogies, and it's just like, man, fucking wrap it up. Like
yeah. I
it
mean,
just
the
suffers.
the prime example I have of this is the Hobbit movies. Like I get that they wanted to do 3 to keep it like like the Lord of the Rings trilogy had 3, and they wanted to make the Hobbit have 3, but you're trying to take one book and split it into 3 movies, and like I listen, I actually enjoyed the first 2 Hobbit movies, but that third one is just like it's forgettable. It's like not good. I just don't like it suffered from like they're trying to do too much with not a whole lot to go off of. And that's the one that I always think of that comes to mind when it's like you have, a story you want to tell and you keep trying to stretch it out and it just doesn't.
Yeah.
So anyway, um yeah, so again, I'm sure the God of War Ragnarok is going to be great. Um I can't wait to play it. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to be very curious to see where they leave off the state of this universe and these games after the next one, because
Mm.
yeah, it'll be very interesting because I don't know how long it was from the third game. Actually, I do know. I think the third game, God of War 3, came out in like 2010, if I'm not mistaken. And then the second game, or not the second game, the reboot, God of War 4, or the reboot came out in 2018. So that was they kind of let the games rest for a while. They did have like PSP games in between, but like,
Yeah.
if we're talking like main series games, then yeah, I mean the third one came out in 2010, and then God of War 4, or the 2018 reboot, came out in 2018. So that's an 8-year gap. Like after this next game, are they going to wait that long till they do something else again? Or are they gonna continue it with something else? I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll have to see. But
Mm.
anyway, that's kind of what I'm curious about.
Yeah. Also, gonna throw it out there. We want PS5s, please. Put those bitches in stock and let us buy one. Come on, Liz.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice to have one.
Yeah. What's next?
Next up, we have uh some rumors of Quantic Dream
Rumors.
making a Star Wars game. So the Heavy Rain studio that also made Detroit Become Human, is apparently working on a unlikely new project, a Star Wars game. Now, apparently, um, there was a report that stated that the project had been in development for roughly 18 months. The report's author, Tom Henderson, shared a screenshot on social media of Quantic Dream's Twitter account liking an article about the report. Um, and then there's been other people like other places like Kotaku has heard from a third source that Quantic Dream has indeed been working on a Star Wars game for a year and a half, but it won't be the traditional or conventional quick time event type of game that has that people are used to playing from the Quantum Dream. Instead, the game
Mhm.
will have a more traditional action game, rewind, more traditional action gameplay, and possibly even an open world and multiplayer element. Uh, so just based off of that, I'm pretty excited for the potential, of
I'm
this
gonna make a
game.
prediction. You're a bounty
Yeah,
hunter. That's what I'm
I
thinking.
mean, listen, I would love that. Like, listen, we saw if honestly, if they did something like 1313, I would love it.
Honestly, that's where my brain went. To be honest with you,
If
13,
they did
13.
1313, I want it. Or like you remember how a couple of weeks back, or I forget when, but like one of the more recent episodes of the podcast that we did, I threw up a video of the like a fan made uh Mandalorian game. Like if we got like a Mandalorian game, that would be sick, dude. Like give me something
Mhm.
like that. I would love to play it, Something similar to like Bounty Hunter from the PS2 and GameCube era, with Jango Fett, something like that. I'd be all for it. Like a modern day version of that kind of game. Oh man, I would love it. I would absolutely love it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Eh,
we have so many Star Wars games in the works now. It's kind of exciting, man.
Oh yeah, I'm
Kind of
hyped now.
exciting, After
There was
years of like
like
having
10
not a
years.
whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I really love being a Jedi and all that, and that's fun and stuff. But I really
Yeah.
like. I want to branch out, and I want the bigger universe, which is bounty hunters and like fucking the smugglers and the dark seedier side of
Yeah.
the
Like
galaxy
I
kind
was
of stuff,
super looking
gangsters.
forward to the Project Ragtag, which was the Amy Henning game, which was
Hmm.
apparently supposed to be set after A New Hope, and you were supposed to go on like a heist or something. That sounded super cool to me. I wanted to play that, but for whatever reason they couldn't, you know, they didn't move forward with that. Like I want to know what the story behind that was, because that was a
Yeah, I
game
would
that I
love
was.
a giant book of what could have been Star Wars
Yeah.
games. You know what I mean? Like,
I remember they released like they had like a LucasArts game from like back in the day where they were talking about some of the older games that never came out. Like I would love to see that, but for the EA era. Like what do we miss out on,
yeah,
But anyway, so yeah, I mean that's exciting. I'm all for all the Star Wars games, so
bring them on.
fucking bring them. I'm ready to play them.
Yeah, take my money.
The last thing I have here for the gaming news is we have a release trailer for Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Let's open that up.
Let's check that out. This is a game that I've been pretty excited for a while now. Shout out to Ember Lab.
Yeah, like their first big game, right?
Yeah.
I sense suffering.
Definitely interested in this.
Do you need help?
This is like
Wait.
so cinematic, dude. Like I look at this and I think of like a Pixar movie or something.
Yeah. It looks so pretty.
It really does. It's a gorgeous looking game.
He helped many pass from this life to the next.
We are playing this with sound, by the way.
Spirits unable to move on.
So if you're listening to this, you're getting audio. But you should definitely check it out because it's very pretty.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's such a look at this game, man. It's so beautiful. The environments and just oh my goodness, look at that.
The land has begun to heal. Is this your doing?
From like the trees to the grass to the stone, the water. The lighting too is so good. The colors, it's very colorful and bright and also dark. Such a good looking game, man.
What are you hiding?
I like that her weapon is both a spear and a fucking bow.
Mm-hmm.
You pretend to care for these spirits, but really, you only serve yourself.
It's very beautiful.
September 21st.
That's tomorrow. This game is out tomorrow.
Yeah, there's some stuff I'm curious about. My gut instinct feels like this game's not gonna be super long. It's just gonna be very beautiful, and well written. So that's just my gut. My gut.
Actually, haven't even thought of that. Like, I didn't even think like, oh, how long, like how long of a game is this gonna be? Like, I'm just like in awe of how like beautiful the game looks and everything. But
Yeah,
that's a fair, fair thought right there.
but I could be totally wrong. It could be fucking 100-hour game. I don't know. I just my gut instinct is like, this is so gorgeous. They poured so much work into this world, and I imagine it's not cheap to do that. That it may not be super long, but the trailer looks dope. I can't wait to give her a go. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. Check out Kina. Bridge of Spirits.
Like just spirits. Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks solid. I can't wait.
It also feels
it's coming out tomorrow. Is it only a PS5 game?
I think it's coming out on the Epic Game Store, right? Or am I wrong? Let me look.
No, you might be right about that.
Because it's made with Unreal Engine. Yeah, it comes out on the Epic Game Store tomorrow as well.
Okay.
Looking at the page. Here's the other thing. This game is only $40. On the Epic Game Store. And the other thing that I'm just pointing this out. I'm not gonna say like it worries me or anything, but a little bit it does. Is like, where's the marketing at? Did they not have a big marketing budget? Because like, there hasn't been like a lot of, hey, this game's coming out, let's hype it up. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it kind of we've seen it at different events and stuff, but in between that, like, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even realize it was coming out till tomorrow. Like, know what I mean? So like,
yeah,
where's the marketing? Where's the hype at? I'm kind of curious to see some reviews on that kind of stuff. But from what I've seen in the trailers, it looks good. But trailers can be deceiving. But it's definitely pretty. Like, I don't feel like that's deceiving. I'm curious. Well, I guess we'll see tomorrow. I know there was also some stuff that review copies got delayed to people or something like that. I saw on Twitter from some game people. So I was kind of curious to what was going on with that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think it looks cool, and I want to hear more. And I'll probably check out somebody playing it on stream for like a little bit, and if it interests me, I would definitely be picking it up.
Yeah,
that's kind of how I am with most things nowadays. Is like, all right, I need to see somebody play a little bit of it before I commit. There's very few things that I just like, I'm ordering this right now without looking at anything. You know what I mean? Uh,
no, that's understandable.
the last thing I did that with was Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous, and that was literally because I played Kingmaker right before it. So, but yeah, we can move on to television news, Daniel, unless there's anything
Well,
else. I don't think there is.
no, I think that's it. But the movie and TV news is gonna go by really quick because we have like a few things for each,
All
and
right,
that's
that's
it.
cool. Let's hit it.
So we'll zoom through that real quick. There's a She-Ra live action series in development, or in early development over at Amazon. So I am a Masters of the Universe person. I like He-Man and all that kind of stuff. She-Ra is like the back in the day was like the girl version of He-Man,
Mm-hmm.
Um so she's like the long lost twin sister of, Prince Adam. Her name was Princess Adora, and she was kidnapped as a baby from Hordak, which is the villain of that, and taken to the planet Etheria, where she was mind controlled to serve as to serve as the captain of the Horde and whatnot. But so it was a show in the 80s, and they recently did like a reboot for Netflix as well, I think, which I haven't checked it out, to be honest, but I know they recently did it. A lot of people seem to like it. At least the people who I think it's meant for seem to enjoy it. And yeah, they're doing a live action show over at the Amazon. It's in the very early stages. No writers attached. DreamWorks Animation will serve as an executive producer after recently producing the animated series over at Netflix. However, the live action show will be a new standalone story and will not be connected to the animated show. And should the project go to a series, it would be the first time a live action adaptation of the She-Ra character uh, is seen. Uh, she first debuted on screen in the animated film He-Man and She-Ra: Secret of the Sword in 1985 as part of the Masters of the Universe franchise before spinning off into her own show. Like I said, She-Ra, Princess of Power. Um, so I'm curious to see how this goes. I know Mattel is like want to do a bunch of stuff for like He-Man and Masters of the Universe and all that. Obviously, we have the two animated shows over at Netflix. They want to do the live action movie, and now they're doing this. So for me, it's gonna be one of those things that's like I want to see how like you know uh the costumes look, and I want to see the trailer, and like I want to see how it looks, because for the most part I think I enjoy Amazon stuff. Like I love The Boys. I
Mm-hmm.
like Invincible is an animated show, but that's awesome. uh I love another, speaking of another live action stuff, since that's what this is going to be. I love damn it, why am I blanking out on the name? Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, that's what I was thinking of. That is a great live action show. I'm forgetting something else. I know I am, but like they do good, like Good Omens and stuff, which I haven't seen, but I've heard that's pretty great. So yeah, I mean, I have faith that Amazon will do it good, but I just need to see what it looks like. Because for now, this is obviously in very early development, so there's nothing to go off of other than they're doing it. So yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Um,
The next thing that we have is that we are getting Anthony Mackie to star as John Doe in the live action Twisted Metal series. Yes, Twisted Metal from PlayStation Productions and Sony TV. It is happening. So this is not who I would have thought of. Although I don't know
Same.
who I would have. Although I don't think I have anyone. I didn't have anyone in mind for this role, to be honest. So, but yeah. Uh Sony Pictures Television and PlayStation Productions Twisted Metal, a live action adaptation of the popular video game. Anthony Mackie will play the lead role of John Doe in the half-hour live-action TV series. Uh, Insiders say that Sony TV and PlayStation Productions are extremely high on the package, and a plan is in the works to take it to buyers soon. In a quote from Assad Kizilbash, head of PlayStation Productions, he says, "We are thrilled to have Anthony Mackie on board. His ability to blend comedy, action, and drama is perfect for the twisted world we're creating." Um. So yeah, that's that I dude, I haven't played a Twisted Metal game
So,
in like
so
years.
that's what I was gonna say. I was like, out of all the Sony IP, why Twisted Metal? Like, why, why a show about
There,
the
I
games? It's
guess
just you're driving around in these cars and blowing each other up. Like, how do you turn that into a TV series that's gonna be entertaining? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
so.
I
What they
just am
say
curious.
here is that the Twisted Metal is going to be a high octane action comedy based on an original take by Deadpool scribes Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick about a motor-mouthed outsider offered a better chance at life, but only if he can successfully deliver a mysterious package across a post-apocalyptic wasteland. With the help of a trigger-happy car thief, he'll face savage marauders driving vehicles of destruction and other dangers of the open road, including a deranged clown who drives an all too familiar ice cream truck.
Our boy Sweet Tooth.
Yeah,
So basically, this is Mad Max and Deadpool morphed into one big movie. I mean, show. Um,
yeah,
so this will be. I still find it really weird that this is what they went with, because I mean
I
they just have so much other stuff. You know what I
I
mean?
know,
Like
but I guess they're just trying to throw shit out there and see who wants it. Because like
that's
they're
true.
obviously we know that HBO is doing The Last of Us, so that they have a thing now. This there we'll see who winds up doing it, but like they apparently have like I read earlier, they have a
When was the
package
last?
that and a plan that they're gonna show off to buyers here pretty soon. So we'll see who ends up picking that up if anybody.
The last Twisted
Um,
Metal game was like on the PS3.
yeah, I was. It's been a little bit, so I'm
Other
kind of
than
with
like
you.
spin-offs.
I don't know why they would go with this one over like something else, but I mean, hey, I guess
I mean,
they're
hey,
trying to
take a
turn
shot, but I'm just like curious.
yeah, they're trying to turn their games into shows and movies and stuff. Which I mean,
Give me
hey,
that
if it
give me the
works,
sci-fi filter show. I'd watch that shit
yeah.
about fucking spy shit. I'd watch it. Mm,
But
maybe
anyway,
one day.
that's the news on that. We'll see if they
When I saw that, I thought this is
do
strange, but
anything more.
okay.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. But I mean, like I said, we'll see, man. We'll see what happens.
All right.
All right. Next up, which is the last thing here, is we have uh a Penguin spin-off series in the works at HBO Max from the Batman movie. So Colin Farrell, who's going to be playing the DC villain in the 2022 feature film, has been approached to reprise his role in a potential show on HBO Max. So it's an early development. Uh, Matt Reeves and Dylan Clark, who are directing and producing the film, will be executive producers on the project. Uh, no deal is in place yet, but it's potentially going to be a thing. We know that they also have a show centered around the Gotham police uh, that was made uh, into a show last year, or they was like made to series order, if that makes sense, in July of last year. So this movie isn't even out yet, but they're already planning on doing two spin-offs about it. That's kind of crazy. They really have a lot of faith in this, and honestly, like it just makes me more excited to watch the the trailer for it like next month. When we get the DC fandom, which we will be doing an episode on, by the way. So if you guys want to
Yeah.
see our thoughts on that, join us for that next month because we'll be definitely be doing that. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped for the Batman movie. Will I be interested in watching a show about the Penguin? I guess it depends on the movie. Uh, same thing as the GCPD show. Like, will I be interested in watching that? I mean, the movie will have to sell us on that, I guess. But I'm pretty excited for that movie. Everything that that trailer we saw last year and everything that I've heard about it has me pretty hyped. So yeah, I just can't wait to see more.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot of thoughts on it because it's like w- I need to see I need to see the penguin in the movie and all that stuff first. So it's cool that they're planning ahead and want to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's all we got for the TV news though. So
Put
if you want to
put it in the body bag. It's done.
put them in a body bag. All right, so the next thing we have, this is gonna be really quick. It's just two quick things. So the first one for the movie news is we have a new Lost Boys movie in the works, and they cast a bunch of kids who I'm not sure who they are. Noah Jupe from A Quiet Place. Okay, actually, never mind. I know that kid. Uh, and then Jaden Martell from It will top line the feature project. Randy McKinnon, who is working on the Static Shock movie, will write the script, and Jonathan Entwistle will be directing. So I don't know if you have seen the Lost Boys movie or if you're a fan of it or if you like it at all or
It's
anything.
been a very long time since I've seen.
But they're doing a reboot, and yeah, I mean, there's really nothing other than this information to go off of right now. So it's kind of like
Neat.
we'll wait. Wait and see,
Everything
I
gets
guess.
remade nowadays.
Yep.
No, nobody has original thoughts anymore. No, I'm kidding. But it's kind of true. And there's a lot of remakes and stuff like that happening all the time. No real
Yeah, I
thoughts
don't.
on that. I
Yeah,
haven't seen Lost Boys in
there's
forever, and
yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that. I thought the movie was fine. I don't love it like other people do. I thought it was fine. So we'll see what they do with this. The original obviously was released in the 80s, 1987 to be specific. Uh, yeah, so we'll see what see what they do. They definitely looking at the cast they have for this it's gonna be a lot different than the other movie, I think. So
yeah.
yeah. But anyway, the last thing we have here is we have the final trailer for Halloween Kills. So remember earlier how I was saying that there was a game coming out like on October 12th or something. Remember
Mm-hmm.
we were talking about that? This movie is coming out on October 15th, and I knew it was coming out next month, but I didn't realize it was that soon. I thought it would be like maybe later in the month or something like that. But here it is, the final trailer.
I haven't seen this yet. I think you did a reaction to this over on Daniel's YouTube, so go check
I
it out,
reacted
guys.
to it, so yeah, if you want to go see my initial thoughts on this, go check out the reaction on my channel.
All right, let's roll this. I got sound playing for you guys.
Out here? It's Halloween. We've been trick-or-treating. Are you alone?
There's a creepy man in a white mask,
Where?
and he keeps like trying to play hide and seek with us.
Where did you see him? Look!
These kids, man.
Hmm.
Run! Go home now!
Oh shit! Unlock the door. Get the fuck out of there. You mean?
Right?
Oh my god! How are you out of bullets? Come
I was
on!
like- I
You
was
can't
like-
do that.
I was like, what a great time to be out of ammo.
No one told you.
Told me what?
Michael Myers is alive.
I'm excited for this. I might go see this, if I can.
Watching this trailer, I was like, yo, this is kind of more excited than I was for this movie. I'm like, I was already looking forward to it, but like, this looks like really good, dude.
We are the survivors.
Like,
of
I love how
Myers.
brutal the kills are, man.
We fight.
Mm-hmm.
Our family will kill him.
We're gonna hunt him down and we're gonna put an end to this.
Oh fuck! We hunting down Mike.
Can we stop him?
Yeah,
The tables
they're
have
coming after
turned.
him, man.
Track Michael's victims. That's a straight line.
They ain't waiting to be killed now, man. They're gonna hunt his ass down.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, they've been getting hunted down for years, so it's about time somebody goes after him now, right?
He's coming for me, but I'm coming for him.
Lori is still just so ready to fucking kill Mike.
You want to kill someone? Take me! Michael!
I want to take his mask off and see the life leave his eyes.
Damn.
Right?
Oh, that's right. It's gonna be on Peacock, right? Damn, forgot about
Yep.
that. So that looks good as fuck, and
Theaters
I
and
can't wait.
Netflix.
I'm excited.
Yeah, man.
Um,
That looks rad. Like
I
really, really rad.
I've loved the Halloween movies, even the old ones, even the fucking terrible ones. I love them all. I used to marathon that shit every October when they would do marathons on AMC, Halloween after Halloween after Halloween, like on repeat. It would never leave that channel. I would just watch them. I love those movies, even the old ones. So I'm excited for this one. Um, that looks fantastic. I can't wait.
Looks really, really good. Yeah. But anyway, that's what we have for the movie news. That's pretty much it. There wasn't a whole lot this week.
That's the news, ladies and gentlemen. Not very much out there, but that's okay.
Which is
Uh,
fine, you know.
the last couple of shows have been long as fuck anyway. So
Yeah,
uh,
like I said, this is gonna be a bit of a shorter one, which is absolutely totally
it's
fine.
fine. Daniel, do you need a break or anything, or are we
Yeah,
good to
yeah.
just keep on rolling? We'll take a break.
We'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back and discuss, some little bit of live action Batman. So this episode, obviously, for those of you watching, it's called Batman Day, and we'll explain what that is here. What we're gonna be doing for Batman,
Yeah.
for the most recent Batman Day here in a bit when we get back from the break.
All right, guys. I'm gonna put some music on for you. YouTube and MP3 players, you won't get that music. It'll just be instant. We'll be back like immediately for you guys. But those in Twitch chat, don't go anywhere. We'll put some music on, and we'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Clockwork Cantina. We're going to get into our second half of the show here, Batman Day. Daniel, do you want to set us up on what we did for Batman Day
So
in this
you
episode?
may be watching this episode, and you're wondering, all right, Batman Day episode. What does that what does that mean for an episode? Like, what are they going to be doing? Well, first of all, I want to do this episode because Batman is one of my favorite superheroes. I really like Batman a whole lot. Josh, you want to share some thoughts on Batman? Like, is
Batman's
he one of your
like,
favorites? Is he like,
he's like my first superhero. Batman was like the first superhero for me. So that's why I'll always love Batman. I grew up with
yeah,
Batman. Love Batman. So like I know not everybody loves Batman, but that's okay because not everybody's me and I love Batman. So I don't really care what anybody else thinks. He's my hero.
yeah, yeah. I like
Um
Batman a lot as well. Same thing with me. I grew up with him as well. I watched a lot of the animated stuff. I watched the
mhm,
'60s show. I watched
mhm.
whole lot of that, whole lot of that stuff. But
Shit, my dad grew up with Batman.
yeah.
Adam West Batman.
Um, but yeah. Well, what I wanted to do for this episode was, well, it's gonna be Batman Day, right? And so we were like, well, what's something that we could do? And I thought, well, let's rank or let's talk about Batman movies, but not just all Batman movies because that's a lot. If you talk about all the Batman movies, there's a lot of there's a lot of live action and a lot of animation. And I thought, well, we're gonna exclude the animation because yes, there's a lot of great Batman animated movies out there. I think that should have its own category.
Yeah.
So maybe for next year's Batman Day or some other point, we'll rank those animated Batman movies. But for this year, we're focusing specifically on the live action incarnations, interpretations of the character, and Josh and I's list might look different because he may or may not have included some movies that I may or may not have, or and vice
Mhm.
versa. Like our things might look different. In my list, I can tell you guys right now that I have 12 movies on it. I don't know how many Josh has on his, but I have 12 movies on my
I
list.
have 9 movies. I
Okay,
have 9 movies
so
on my.
so it will be interesting to see how we rank these up. But anyway, that's what we're doing for Batman Day this year. We're going to be talking about the Batman live actions, and yeah. So now that we have that intro set up out of the way, without any further ado, you want to just hop into this, or
Yeah, we can hop right
anything else
into it.
before we? No, all right.
I don't think I have anything else to say.
Yeah, all right. Well, then let's hop into it then.
All right,
Let's get started. So, you guys
why don't you
know Josh
start
has
us off?
9, I have 12. It's going to be a little different.
Yeah.
So, how
What
do
do
we want to
you
do this?
do? We want to start at like the top and go down, or do we stop at the bottom and go up, or
Bottom
how
and
do we
go up. I
bottom and
was
go up?
thinking I was thinking yeah, maybe bottom up, but I don't know however you want
Okay.
to do it, man. I'm
No,
fine
that's
either
that's
way.
fine with me. Let's start at the bottom and work our way to the top.
All right. So, like I said, I have 12 movies on here, so Josh is probably going to be finished before I am.
Which is fine.
But yeah, so my list at the bottom, so also okay, before we get started, I do not have the 1940s movies on my list
I don't either.
because first of
I've never
all,
seen them.
okay, yeah, I was gonna say first of all, I've never even seen them. Yeah, exactly. So, I don't even know where you can watch those, to be honest. So, I don't want to hear nobody say, "Well, you think you say you have a live action Batman movie list, but you don't have them all. You forgot about the 1940s versions." No, I did not. I am well aware that I did not include them. That is because I haven't seen them. I don't even know where you can watch them. So
So
don't
there's some I
even
just haven't seen in so fucking long. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna start from the bottom and then we're gonna go to the top. So at the very end of my list, the worst Batman movie, in my opinion, is the oh so loved by many, many people. You know this movie. It's fun to shit on. Fucking the 1997 classic Batman and Robin, maybe. This is to me is the worst one out of all of
What
them.
killed the franchise?
Yeah, right. The Ice Age.
Age.
Fucking yeah. This movie sucks, man. It's terrible. I tried like I think like years back. I don't know how many years now at this point. Maybe like 5 years or 6 years, whatever. Maybe I went back and tried to watch it as like see if I can like have fun with it, even though it's a piece of shit. But man, it was just that movie is just. What can you even say about this movie? Like literally, you joke about like, oh, what killed the franchise? This killed Batman from movies from this point until 2005 when it was revived. That was, it was gone for like 8 years, dude. Like, oh my god, it's so bad. Like, I just yeah, this is easily the worst one in my
I'm just
opinion.
gonna pull up a scene from the movie here.
Yeah, pull it up.
This right here tells you everything you need to know about this movie. Batman has his own credit card in this movie. This movie's
Yep,
awful. It's so
this movie's
bad.
so bad. It's so fucking bad. The
Oh
Batman
god.
card. What
Good
was
through
the?
forever. Makes no sense at all.
Oh Jesus! Yeah. Well,
Uh,
directed by Joel Schumacher, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, George Clooney, Chris O'Donnell, Uma Thurman, Alicia Silverstone. Yeah, it's just so bad, man.
it's
I don't know what they
terrible.
were thinking with this movie, man.
It's a terrible movie.
I
I
don't know
saw
what
this
the hell
movie
they
in
were thinking
theaters
with it.
as a kid. I saw this movie in theaters as a kid with my dad. What an awful movie.
What a terrible movie, man.
I should go ask him, be like, Dad, what'd you think of that Batman and Robin movie we saw
Batman and
back in
Robin.
the...
When we went to go watch it in the theaters back in
He's
the day.
never mentioned it. I'm genuinely curious now. I have to ask him
I,
in a minute.
I mean, you know what? There's a good reason he probably hasn't mentioned it. This movie sucks, bro. God damn, that would be funny though if you ask him, like what his response is on his birthday, dude. Just ask him, "What'd you think of this shitty Batman movie?"
Yeah, what do you think of this Batman movie?
Oh god, yeah. So easily, this is the worst one in my opinion. It came out during the summertime, and it was just.
Oh my
I don't
God.
think I watched this in theaters. I watched it like after, and it was just like, ugh, god. Yeah, it's easily the worst one. I can't believe that to this day, this is the only live action version of fucking Mr. Freeze that we have. You know,
Right?
considering how good Heart of the episode and the animated series is for Mr. Freeze, and you know we have stuff like that, and then you bring out fucking Arnold, you know Arnold's version in this movie, and it's like, how have we not had something better than this yet?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so disappointing. But yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, I don't want to talk about this movie more. It's terrible.
Uh,
George, fuck your bat nipples, bro. Get out of here, George Clooney.
yeah.
With your
Get
fucking
out of here.
get him out of here. Yeah, this movie blows.
To
No thanks.
if you didn't guess, that's also my bottom. That's
Okay,
my
well,
bottom one too.
we're on
So,
the same page then. This
we
is the
don't need
worst
to say
one.
anything more about it. That movie's awful.
So that's your number 9 then. Okay.
Yeah, it's my number 9.
That was my number 12. So yeah, this movie blows.
Is booty.
Yeah,
Also,
it's
I
terrible.
want to say we didn't say this at the start. This is our list. I don't give a fuck what
Yep.
your list is. I mean, I care. Obviously, I care that you like Batman, but don't come start giving us shit or anything about our list. This is our list. This is what we like. Like, that's fine if you don't like it. Don't be a dick about it. That's all I wanted to say on our list stuff. I should have
Yeah.
said it at the start, but I blanked.
No, you're good. You're good.
And
Yeah,
if Batman and Robin's your number 1, don't tweet at me ever.
yeah, if Batman and Robin is somehow your favorite one, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Just like,
Yeah.
okay,
We can move
you
on.
know. Anyway, we will move on. Next up for me on this list, this isn't like technically a Batman movie, but he's in it. He's a part of it. So for my number 11 slot here, I have the 2017 theatrically released Justice League. This movie is not great. And it was made even worse with the superior version that was released. I don't need to go into all the meddling and you know disaster that happened with that movie. I'm sure many of you who are watching this or listening to this already know what happened with that, so I'm not going to get into all that. But I like Batfleck. He's pretty cool. I just feel like you know this is a movie that Batman was in, and I figured, you know, I'll throw it in here because he's in it, and you know, Josh may not have it in here, but like I said, I decided to throw it in here because he's it's not a Batman movie, but you know he's in it, and I actually like Batfleck, but you know this movie is just not good. I it's like it's not good to the point where I don't even remember like if I tried to compare this Batman to the version of him in this movie with the superior version of this film, I don't even like oh man. Anyway, I don't even want to talk about it, but
Yeah.
Justice League again, not a Batman movie, but I just threw it in here because so yeah, so that's my number 11 is Justice League.
Okay. My next one, which is number 8, was Batman versus Superman. Dawn of Justice. I too like Batflick. um, Batfleck, and I am not. Don't really like this movie. um, to be honest with you, I don't even remember a lot of it at this point. Um, but I did throw it on the list because I have seen it. Um, yeah, I mean, like this movie should have been so much more than what it was, and it let me down. Um, pretty hard. Uh, and to be honest with you, it's pretty forgettable for me a lot of the time, which is probably where it should stay. It's forgotten. Uh, but yeah, that's I don't have a lot to say on it because it's something I didn't like that much, and I don't really like talking
Yeah.
about things I don't like. So, yeah, I had Batman versus Superman at number 8 for me. What do you have next, Daniel?
Next up for me, I have um Suicide Squad. Now you might be asking, why is this on here? Well, Batfleck appears in this very briefly, and because of that, I just decided to throw it in here. So, Suicide Squad, he appears in this movie. Batman does for a little bit. I mean, his stuff is good. I like the stuff that Batman is in this movie. Like when he's like saving Harley from the the car crashing into the fucking the river or whatever the hell. When he's going after Harley and the Joker. That was pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool, but like, obviously we know, a lot of people feel, however you feel about the movie, you know, is whatever. But I'm just based off the Batman stuff. I thought that was good. But yeah, I mean, let's be real. The movie is just like it's a bit of a mess. So I gotta throw Suicide Squad down here. Um, for a bit. I mean, again, we could talk about the issues that movie had. This movie could certainly use a director's cut, like the other movie I just talked about. But yeah, for what we have now, I leave this one here because, like I said, it's not a great movie, but the Batman stuff in it is pretty solid. So
Yeah.
I'll throw that in there very quickly just to have it in there. But yeah, Suicide Squad. That is my number 10.
All right.
What's your next one?
My number 7, and most of this stuff from here on out is stuff I liked. It's just in an order of what I liked most, and a lot of stuff higher on the list in particular is nostalgia. But next up, I have the Snyder Cut. I put the Snyder Cut on here instead of the OG Justice League, because I don't like the other one. And the Snyder Cut I actually did like and enjoy. It's long, but I enjoyed it. It adds so much to the Justice League movie, and we get big beefy Batman beating some booty.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed the Snyder Cut a hell of a lot more than the OG Justice League, which was a fucking mess. Um,
Yeah.
and it's pretty interesting that it's interesting when you look at like how did the Snyder Cut come to be, and just watch its entire like. It was mentioned like, and then it just grew into this big thing that actually ended up happening. It's crazy. But yeah, that's I put Snyder Cut at 7. Enjoyed it. Like I said, enjoyed Batflick. And would really like him to be Batman a little bit more. And like some solo stuff. But
Hey, he never got his own solo movie, dude. Like,
yeah,
wow.
right. Like it's a little bummer. Like, but yeah. What do you have next, Daniel?
So next up, this will be my number 9 slot. I have Batman Forever. Now, I have this one here because I'm gonna be real with you guys. I haven't seen this. This is probably out of all the movies on this list. This is the one that I have not seen in the longest. So I'm gonna be real with you guys. There's a lot I don't remember in this one, but this is the other Joel Schumacher one. This one has Val Kilmer as Batman. Still has Chris O'Donnell as Robin. Got Jim Carrey as the Riddler. Tommy Lee Jones as Two Face. But yeah, I'm gonna be real. I don't remember this one, so I'm like, well, I can't throw it at the bottom because I know that Batman and Robin is obviously the turd, and then like Justice League is awful, so I can't, I got to put it above that. And then Suicide Squad is just a giant music video with some Batman in it. So I was like, well, everything else that I have above it on this list is kind of like stuff, like you said, stuff that I like, and this one I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it because I haven't seen it in so long. I can't tell you the last time I've seen this movie, so I don't really remember much about it other than, like the occasional clip or video that I see on like YouTube or something. So to be quite honest, like I might have to rewatch this one at some point because I just haven't seen it in so long. And because
I'll,
of
t-
that, it's kind of just in limbo here because I don't really know, you know.
I'll tell you what I remember. This fucking gif of
Oh, let's see
Batman
it.
smiling. That shit is
Oh,
so funny to me.
yeah. That's fucking good. Shout out Val Kilmer, man.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Mm.
Jesus. Yeah, yeah, so that's why I just have it here because I don't, again, I don't have much to say about this either, just for the reason that I just haven't seen it in so long. So long. I have not seen it in such a very long time.
I haven't seen him
So
forever. Yeah, it's been a long
yeah,
time.
yeah. I haven't seen Batman in forever. Anyway, so yeah, that's my that's my number 9.
uh,
Yeah, what's your next one?
so my next one was my number 6 is also Batman Forever. Um,
Okay.
as a kid, I remember watching this movie a lot. But I don't think I've watched it in years as an adult. Like it's been a very, very long time since I've seen it. But I just remember and like I've said, like most of these movies are like nostalgia for me because I just remember watching them so much as a kid. Um,
Yeah.
so I put Batman Forever here just because I remember watching it as a kid a lot, like a ton. I remember loving it as a kid. Now, if I watched this as an adult, I might feel differently, but it's been a while. So,
Yeah.
um,
Maybe we should rewatch it. Just see how we
yeah,
feel about it now. Because
I'm
again,
down for that.
I couldn't tell you the last time I've seen it, man. I
I can't.
don't even.
It's been forever.
It's been
Uh,
too damn long.
pun intended. But yeah, I put
Yeah.
Batman Forever right here. Um, the biggest thing I remember is the Batman smile, just because it's so fucking hilarious. Like we still use the GIF and shit. Just like it's funny to me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, some of these movies have become memes for sure.
um, and that's another thing I want to say about Batman and Robin for a hot second is like even though it's a terrible movie, we fucking quote it all the time. We post memes all the fucking time.
That's the best thing about that movie is that it's just a fucking big old meme.
Yeah. Can't help it, love it. But yeah, I had Batman Forever next. And that Jim Carrey seems like he would be like such a good Riddler, but I don't know if he was in that movie. I'll be honest. I think I saw it in theaters too.
Yeah, I don't think I saw any of those in theaters.
I think I was such a Batman kid. My dad would take me to watch this movie.
That makes sense.
Yeah. What do you have next?
All right, so my next one is my number 8 slot. I have BVS, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Now, I want to clarify that I have the extended cut as opposed to the theatrical version. The extended edition is what I have here. It is significantly better than the theatrical cut. Obviously, much like the Snyder cut for Justice League, it's a longer movie, So, that may deter some people, but I think that the extended edition for this movie is definitely worth it. I actually like this movie. Uh, it has its problems, yes, but I just love me some Batman, love me some Superman, and fucking Wonder Woman's appearance. I know we're not talking. I know this is Batman Day, but Wonder Woman's appearance in this movie is like top tier. Her music is incredible, and just yeah, I just again, this is our first introduction to Batfleck. I really like his version of Batman. It's a very different kind of Batman than what we've had before with some of the other movies that we had seen. Um, but yeah, I really like his version. I and this is the first time we had seen it. I'm it's still kind of a bummer that he never still hasn't gotten or he never got his own standalone movie. I feel like they if they had done that before they did this, I think things in this universe, and by this universe I mean the DCEU, would be better off if they had kind of like not rushed them doing this movie in particular. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this movie has issues. Yeah, of course. I'm not the biggest fan of the Jesse Eisenberg Lex Luthor. I'm not a fan at all of that choice. But that's for another day. But I mean, again, I like Batfleck, and this is the first time we saw him, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, again, I'm talking about the extended edition when I include BVS. When I talk about BVS, I never mean the theatrical. I always mean the extended, because that's where it's at. It's a significantly better movie. They explain more and it makes more sense. I understand that some people may be turned off by that, because why do I have to watch a longer movie for it to make more sense or for it to be better? And I get that. That's understandable, of course. But for me, I like these characters and this universe and all this kind of stuff. So I don't mind watching longer versions of it, as we've said before. But I get it. I get it if people are not super willing to give this one another shot if you've only seen the theatrical version. But anyway, I like this movie. It's been a couple years since I've seen it. But yeah, I seeing Superman and Batman go up against each other for even a little bit was neat. It's the first time we'd seen it in live action, right? So for that, for even that, and some of the other stuff that happened, it's pretty dope. And then also, fucking armored Batman in this movie is sick, dude. That's still one of my like. He looks so cool, dude.
Bro,
Like,
it's the toy we all had as kids. Fucking armored up Batman. I
yeah,
remember having an
armored
armored up
Batman,
Batman.
bro.
Yeah.
So cool. I remember seeing the Funko Pop for that, and I was like, man, I really want that one. I never had it. I never got it. I still don't have it, but every once in a while, I'm like, man, that looks so cool. And I'm like, maybe I
Get
should get it, but
get this man an armored Batman.
right, give me an armored Batman, man. Anyway, so yeah, that's the next one on my list is BVS,
What
and
number are you up to?
I'm on. I just did 8. That was my 8th one.
Why
So
don't you do
you
up to 5, and then that way we can go back and forth, and we'll finish with both our
okay?
number ones.
That's fair.
Mm,
Okay,
That way,
mine
that way it's cooler.
that way it
I
makes
like
more
that.
sense. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So that was my number 8. My number 7 is Zack Snyder's Justice League. So yes, I included both Justice Leagues. Uh, the first one, original theatrical release, was a big piece of shit, so it belongs where it is. And this one is a significantly better version. I like Josh. We both watched this and we really enjoyed it a lot more. I
Yeah.
really like this movie. I would like to see the this version of these characters continue on. Uh, and yeah, I again I like Batfleck's character. I think he's pretty good in this. Especially from the changes that they did from the theatrical version to this one. Um, so yeah, I mean, I there's just not more. Basically, like it's a superior version to the theatrical in every single way. It is a long movie. It's a 4-hour movie. So again, much like I was saying with BVS, if stuff like that deters you, I get it, but it is it is significantly better than the original. No one will tell me otherwise. No one can say otherwise, because it is. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Mhm.
It is so much better, and Batfleck was pretty dope in this. You know, obviously, again, it isn't a Batman movie, so he's not the main focus or anything, but he's in it. So yeah, I had to include this on the list. So that's my number 7. And then my number 6, so I can get caught up with Josh. My number 6 is Batman the movie. And yes, I'm talking about the 1966 Adam West one that is here on my number 6.
I wanted to
This
put it
one,
on my list, but I haven't seen it in so long.
I saw it like a couple, like I saw like more recent, like as in like a couple years ago, I think, or whatever. So I was kind of conflicted because this one's kind of like one of those, like, it was before my time, obviously, but like I remember, like, you know, like, everybody watches Adam West Batman at some point, right? Like, you know,
Yes.
when you're younger. So it's like, you know, it was before my time, obviously, but I still watched it, and like, like it's a little, it's goofier and sillier than some of the more serious Batman stuff, but I still actually really enjoy this one. So I was kind of conflicted on where to put it, but like ultimately when you think about it, it's like it's not better than some of the other movies, you know? Like when you really think about it, like as much nostalgia or whatever, you know, or how much fun you have with it, it's not better than some of the other Batman movies. So ultimately I have it at number 6. But I really like this one. I actually really I have a lot of fun with it, you know? Adam West is Batman, Burt Ward as Robin, Cesar Romero as the Joker, you know, and so on and so forth. Alan Napier as Alfred. It's, you know, who you got Catwoman, the Penguin, the Riddler. It's fun, man. It's a fun movie, especially for the time. You know, 1966. It's, you know, it's only like an hour 45, but it's fun, man. Like I like it. So
I haven't seen this since I was a kid. I
oh
wanted to put it on my
man, look at
list, but
that!
that's like the
Look
whole
at that!
reason.
Look at the shark repellent spray, dude. Like, yeah, it's so good. Yeah, I love
Yeah,
it. It's so stupid and goofy and silly, but I love it, man.
yeah. Like it's
I
been
love it.
so long since I've seen this. Like I feel like seriously, I think the last time I saw this, I may have been like 7 years old. So that tells you how
Oh
long I
man.
haven't seen. And that's the only reason it didn't make my list. It's not on my list at all. But I was like, I've seen it, but it's been so long. I don't know if it's fair to put it on here. You know,
Yeah,
like,
that's understandable. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no,
uh, but
I
yeah, I
have
love
seen it
Adam
more
West
recently,
Batman.
so I threw it in there. So yeah, it's just a fun time, dude. It's you know, before Batman was as serious and you know, broody and you know, dark as he is nowadays, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
I have fun with it. It's a good time.
Yeah.
So that's my number 6.
All
And
right.
yeah, we are in the top 5 now.
All right. So what's your number 5, and then I'll do my 5.
My number 5 is Batman Returns, the
Mm.
1992 Tim Burton sequel, Batman Returns, with Danny DeVito, Michelle Pfeiffer as the Penguin and Catwoman, Michael Keaton's second, and you know, well, not final because we know that he's doing more Batman stuff. But yeah, this is a of the those two movies. This is the second one. Like I said, 1992, uh, sequel to Batman '89, directed by Tim Burton. Uh, yeah, I this movie I haven't seen in several years, but like I still, you know, it's obviously still on here, and like I remember it like decently enough, you know. So I like it, but there's just I just like some of the other Batman movies more, you know.
Hey.
Like to a lot of people, I know that this Michelle Pfeiffer is like their favorite Catwoman or whatever. And I mean, don't I mean it's Michelle Pfeiffer, you know, so you know I get that. I get it completely. Danny DeVito's Penguin is so fucking gnarly looking, dude. It's so like he's
What
so
a he
disgusting,
looks
and
awful and gross.
he really does. He looks so disgusting, dude. But like it like works so well, you know. But yeah, I like this movie. These movies have pretty good soundtracks as well, both this one and the first one. I like Michael Keaton's Batman. This is the second time we see him after, you know, the first one, but yeah, I think this movie's pretty cool. Uh like I said, the thing is just though that I just there's other ones that I prefer over this one, you know.
All right.
So it's here at number 5, but it made the top 5.
Okay. I have the same argument for my number 5, which is The Dark Knight Rises. Now, I put it at number
Mm,
5, and I love. Don't get me wrong, I love this movie. I enjoyed
yeah,
it quite a bit when it came out, but some of that other stuff I enjoyed more, and there's some shit in here that I enjoyed more than those other movies. Like there's different. Like if
that's
I
fair.
could take all these movies and morph them into one mega Batman movie, it'd be crazy because there's parts I love from every one of them. I don't think any of them are necessarily like the perfect movie, but I enjoyed The Dark Knight Rises. I enjoyed that whole trilogy of movies. Um, we get to see like Bane for the fucking first time on like live screen, right? Like I think it's the first time we've seen Bane. Uh,
No, he was in I think Batman and Robin, right?
oh, that's right. Oh, dude, I told you that movie's out of my fucking brain. I don't consider
Yeah,
that Bane. That is not Bane to
it's
me.
yeah, that so this is like I think the second time we see Bane,
See,
but
when I
yeah,
think of Bane, I think of the genius Bane, the one that's smart and can actually talk, not that extra guy that's that guy don't count as Bane to me. Um but yeah, this is like the Bane that I always wanted, which was Tom Hardy playing Bane in this movie.
yeah.
Um obviously there's some parts in here that I like and don't like. But overall, I love The Dark Knight Rises. Um and enjoy those movies. So yeah. What do you have next, Daniel, as your number 4? Right? 4.
Yeah, my number 4. So at number 4, I have the movie before the one I just said, Batman 89. Uh, so I know to a lot of people this one might be up higher, but you'll get why I have this one here when I get to the top 3 and the other movies. I just again I like this movie a lot. It was like the first big like uh you know Batman is back in the back in business after the Superman movies of the 70s. Here comes Batman 89, more of a darker, more serious movie. Uh, after the 60s Adam West stuff. Um, George, Jesus, where did I get George from? Uh, Jack Nicholson as the Joker. You have Tim Burton directing, and then Michael Keaton as the Bats himself. Um, can't forget Billy D. Williams as Harvey Dent, which would have been interesting if they continued that in some of the later
Right?
movies. But anyway, so yeah, I really like this movie. It's really good. I can I can go back and watch it whenever. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts. Phil, still quote that.
Yeah, exactly. Still, again, blood. Yeah, so this movie's really good. I like it a lot. I I wasn't around when this movie came out, so didn't watch it in the theaters or anything. But I ended up watching it years later and whatnot. But I like it. I like Keaton's version of Batman. I think he has a pretty solid version of Batman. But like this wasn't like my Batman, you know what I mean? That's why I don't have it like high up, like again, everybody's Batman is gonna be different, right? Like if you grew up with something, you're gonna have it up higher than the others, So
Hmm.
it's just it's just personal taste at this point. This is a good movie, but like I you'll see when I get to my top 3 why I have that the way it is. But anyway, Batman 89, great movie. If anybody has this one at the top or whatever, I get it. Everybody has their own preferences and whatnot, so it's completely understandable. But for me, I have it at number 4. So what you got at number 4, Josh?
My number 4 is Batman Begins. Like I've said previously, I like Christian Bale Batman. Um, he puts on like a ton of muscle in this movie. Like when they show him, he's fucking beef. This is
He's
this is
he's big
beefy
as shit
Batman.
in
And
this
yeah,
movie. Yeah.
he's beefy Batman. Um, We get Ra's al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul, in Batman Begins. We get the fucking whole training of Batman, which is fucking dope as shit. Um, it's weird because I feel like I didn't see Batman Begins until like a while after it came out. And I don't know why. I think it was at a time in my life where I wasn't huge into movies at that time, which is weird. And because now I
Mm,
love movies and watch movies all the fucking time,
yeah,
there's just like a little hiccup in that age, I guess. I
2000.
was
That movie
also,
came out 2005.
yeah, I was very broke in that time, so I couldn't really go to the movies that much too. So,
Yeah.
um, um, but I saw it after it came out, much later, and yeah, I enjoy it. You know, we get Michael Caine as Alfred, fucking Liam Neeson in there. Gary Oldman is fucking James Gordon, like fucking Scarecrow in a movie. Like that's fucking dope. Um, Morgan Freeman. Like this, I enjoyed Batman Begins, and just because it's number 4 does not mean that it's bad. It's a fucking now. First of all, that movie's fucking fantastic, and then the whole trilogy is fucking fantastic. So totally
Yeah.
understand that whoever any of those movies at number 1, totally understand that shit too, because fucking all these are fucking they're great. Love them to death. Obviously, I would love to
Yeah.
rewatch them. I haven't rewatched them in a little bit, but um, I enjoy the shit out of those movies. So yeah, that's my number 4. Batman Begins with
Sweet.
Beefy Bale beating some
Beefy
bad
Bell.
guys.
Hashtag Beefy Bell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that dude and his extreme weight changes is crazy to me.
Yeah, it's actually pretty insane.
All right,
All right. So
what are in our top
no, we're in
3?
the top three. So I think if you guys know where this is going, you kind of figure already what my top three is going to be. But at number 3, I have The Dark Knight Rises. This is, in my opinion, the worst of the three. I like all three of them. So listen, I like all of them, right? But out of the three, I saw this. I mean, I saw this in the theaters and everything. But out of the three, this is definitely the weakest one. I think. We were talking about Bane earlier. Tom Hardy as Bane is pretty cool. I still don't think that's like accurate comic Bane,
Yeah,
like luchador type dealio. But for what it is in this version, I thought he was pretty good. I fucking I talk in the Bane voice all the time, like "You think darkness is your." It's just fun talking like him, right? Like
it's a
that Bane voice is just like it's iconic, bro. At this point, like he
quotable
doesn't.
movie too. Got a lot of good quotes
It
in it.
really is. There's a lot of good quotes, man. "You're crashing this plane." Yeah, it's
They expect one of us in the wreckage, brother.
despite
All
what I've
that
been
shit.
saying that it's yeah, exactly. Despite what I've been saying as this is like the worst one in my opinion of the three, I still really enjoy it quite a bit.
Yeah,
I love this trilogy. Um and yeah, I just, out of the three, in my opinion, it's just, the other two are just better. Uh and yeah, again, like all these movies that we've been talking about now in the top 5, I think they're all good. Um, it's just, at this point, it just kind of like you place things where you kind of, where they make sense for you. Like it's all like personal preference up at this point. Um, so yeah, that's kind of where I am with that. But yeah, I really like this movie. I remember 2012 came out. I went to the theater to watch it, and you know, it's like, oh, they tease the whole thing where Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character is like, oh, your middle name's Robin or whatever, right? You're like, oh my god, are they gonna do anything with that? No, the fuck they aren't. They're just fucking
nope.
teasing the shit out of you for no damn reason. I like Marion Cotillard's character, as we spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I'm about to spoil the shit out of this movie a little bit if you haven't seen it. I'm guessing that if you were watching this, you probably have seen most of these movies by now. I would imagine you'd seen the Dark Knight trilogy by this point, but you've been warned. I'm gonna spoil something from the Dark Knight Rises. 3, 2, 1. You've been warned. So Marion Cotillard's character ends up being fucking Talia and then like that like betrayal and stuff at the end is like, oh dude, that's that stuff was crazy. Michael Caine is great as Alfred in this movie, as he is in all three of them. Gary Oldman as Commissioner Gordon, also really good. Morgan Freeman as Lucius. Fucking little known fact that people probably don't remember that Ben Mendelsohn is in this movie. He's the rich asshole dude that Bane punks, and then like fucking Aiden Gillen, fucking Littlefinger from Game of Thrones is also in this movie. He's one of the CIA cops. Like if you go back and watch it now, you're like, oh, there he is. But at the time, you're probably like, you don't really recognize him or whatever. But yeah, it's just good movie, but there are better ones. And of this trilogy, it's to me, it's the weakest one. So yeah.
All right. My number 3 is Batman Returns, 1992. I was 2 years old when this movie came out, but I remember watching it a lot growing up, like a lot. All right, like probably before I was like the age to watch it, but I watched it anyway. Um, um, I just I have such fond memories of turning on one of those. Oh my god, going to my grandmother's house. And you know how they used to have big fat TVs that would sit on the fucking ground, right? They
Yeah.
would sit on the ground and like they'd have a VHS tape player hooked up to it, and I'd put in Batman Returns when I'd go to her
Batman
house,
Returns.
and I would just sit there and I would watch it, not once, twice. I'd watch it like on repeat, like growing up. Batman was the hero, was my hero. So like that's and fucking fucking Danny DeVito as the nasty, disgusting penguin.
Gross ass penguin, dude.
Yeah.
He's so slimy and gnarly and just disgusting looking, dude.
And being like Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, and being a young dumb kid not realizing so many of the things that she does in that movie. You know what I mean? Or not like
Yeah.
you don't realize that as a kid growing up. But like
Yeah.
fucking Christopher Walken is in this movie. Like
He is. He's fucking hilarious, dude.
Max fucking
Uh,
Shrek. Oh my
yeah,
god. I loved
so
it
silly.
so much. So much growing up. And still, I would love it to this day watching it. Like, it has so much nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good. What do you have next, Daniel? There's not a lot I can say on that. I just fucking love that movie.
All right, my number 2 is Batman Begins. This movie is so awesome. Josh mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I really like that Scarecrow is like, the one of the main bad guys in this. Cillian Murphy does a great job. I like Liam Neeson's Ra's al Ghul in this a lot too. Um, we get the intro to his you know this version of Batman with beefy #beefy Bale. Yeah, he's an absolute beast in this movie.
He is. It's crazy.
He's like, I think probably as big as he's ever been in that movie, dude. He's fucking swole as shit, dude. Which is crazy because I think like a year or two before that he did like The Machinist, and how
Yeah, that's like the big
bony
thing. Is like he was skinny
like
as fuck in
how,
that movie. Then he gained all that
and
weight
he
for
just got
Batman
big as
Begins.
hell. Yeah,
It's
so nuts.
crazy.
It's so crazy. But yeah. So I it's also kind of like funny how like in this movie Rachel, who's played by Maggie Gyllenhaal in the second movie, is played by Katie Holmes in this. Like they just like, all right, we'll do a quick, like
Hmm.
Terrence Howard in Iron Man, and then Don Cheadle in the second one. It's just funny how movies like you have one person in one movie, and then you like have to like suspend your uh belief that this one actor is the same character in the next movie. It's just funny
Yeah.
how that works to me. But yeah, I mean, overall, I really like this movie. I like, Scarecrow is one of my favorite Batman villains,
Hmm.
and I like that he's a big part of this one. Um, Ra's al Ghul was pretty, again, pretty cool in this. And yeah, it was just, this was the first Batman movie that we had after Batman and Robin. Like it took them fucking 8 years or something
Right.
like that to come back with something. This is what they came back with, and it was amazing, man. Like still, like I could watch this movie any day and just love it. Like it's so good. Kind of
Hmm.
crazy that you know it's been that long already. 2005, man. Like this movie, like it doesn't feel like that long sometimes, but
Yeah.
it really is. But yeah, I love this movie. It's really good. Um, so yeah, that's why I have it number two.
All right. My number two uh is fantastic. It is The Dark Knight. I put it at number two. It's out of the Nolan trilogy. That's my favorite one. Um, it's so fucking good and fantastic, and I love it. I don't remember if I saw it in theaters. I can't remember. It's been a while. Um, but it's a movie I can
2008.
throw on. I can throw on any day of the week and just watch it and enjoy the shit out of it. Like um, one of my favorite portrayals of the Joker in that movie. Uh, Soundtrack is great. Like I just, I just fucking love it. We get the Dark Knight and we get the fucking, Gotham's White Knight, and then fucking we get Harvey Dent in this movie.
Yeah.
Um, like it's so good, so good, so good. Um, but yeah, that's my number two. Um, and and just because it's number two doesn't mean I don't absolutely love it. I fucking love this movie.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, uh, Daniel, what is your
So my number
final
one
one?
is The Dark Knight. Obviously, if you've been
Yeah.
keeping track of this list, you know that the Dark Knight trilogy, all three have been one in a row, one after the other, and that is because this is my favorite live action Batman that we've had. This is when we talk about like everybody has like their own version of Batman. This is my Batman, like Christian Bale's Batman, the Christopher Nolan, uh, you know, verse. I don't even know what they call these. The Dark Knight trilogy, I guess, right? That's
Yeah.
usually what it's known as. So the TDK trilogy uh, is my absolute favorite. This movie is one of my favorite movies ever. I did watch this in the theaters, and I watched this and the Clone Wars movie like back to back. I think it was incredible. It was an amazing day. Uh, and I love everything about this movie, dude. Like, R.I.P. Heath Ledger. He's probably my favorite Joker ever. I love his version of this character. It's a shame that he's no longer with us, and we only got to see him as this character the one time. But it was a very memorable version. To this day, like iconic, and everybody loves it, and it's up there for a lot of people, including myself. Aaron Eckhart's Harvey Dent I thought was pretty damn great as well. Love Michael Caine as Alfred, and Gary Oldman. I gave them their props, and Morgan Freeman and the other movies as well. But yeah, this movie is just like, oh man, I it hit me at the right time, man. I love this movie, dude. It is just incredible. I fucking love it. Lot of quotable stuff in this one as well. And I mean, yeah, the reason why I, you know, have all three of these movies in up in the top three is because I love this movie so much. Like I love this version of this Batman. Like so much. Like it's so good. I have like will never have anything but great things to say about it. I fucking it makes me want to rewatch all three of the movies again, man. Like
Yeah.
it's just so man, they're so good. This movie won some Oscars as well. Uh but yeah, I just man, I forever at the top for me. It's just one of the greatest movies I've ever seen, and it's just a masterpiece, man. It's just absolute masterpiece. Um, like I said, one of my favorite movies ever. One of my favorite superhero movies, and like someday it'll be interesting if we ever do like a all-time superhero movie like bracket or like list or something. Because first of all, that's gonna be very hard to do
Mhm.
because there's a lot of good movies out there, but I feel like this one is gonna be up there for me, like near the top. Like I don't know what it's so difficult. Cause like I don't even know what my favorite superhero movie is, but like because I just like so many of them. But anyway, like that's a whole nother topic for another day. But yeah, Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy is my favorite of all time for Batman stuff, and I just yeah, like Josh, I could throw on this movie and watch it anytime, whenever. It's incredible. I love it, death, and some of my favorite versions of these characters are through these movies, and yeah, I man, I so good, man. I don't even know what else to add on to it other than just it's incredible. I still I don't know why, but also when I think of this movie, I always think of like I remember like fucking just they were having like promotions from like when they how they do like high-end promotions like movies and stuff for like food and whatnot. I remember like Domino's having like tie-in stuff with the Dark Knight when that came out, and I was like, yo, I gotta get that Dark Knight pizza, bro, because fuck it, you know what I mean? You gotta do it, and I fucking did it for because of the Dark Knight. I forget like what they had like some kind of special pizza around the time or something, and I was like, yeah, had to do it, did it. Um, but anyway, uh, yeah, I to me this is number one. Uh, I know I've been talking for a long time, so I'll end it there. But yeah, that's why I have all three of these in order back to back, is because this is my favorite trilogy, my favorite version of Batman. So I have them all in a row like that. I could have had like I was debating of like throwing like Batman '89 over Dark Knight Rises because I was like I can do that, But I was just like, man, at the end of the day, I just love this trilogy, three film trilogy of set of movies. I kind of like even though they're on their own separate little thing, like it's its own little like universe compared to some of the other movies that I don't know. I love it so much, and I just really like have fond memories and like nostalgia and shit for it. So I just for me I had to put them like one in a row, even though like clearly like the third one is to me not as good as some of the other ones, but I still like it.
Mhm.
Begins is good, and obviously Dark Knight I think is a masterpiece. So yeah, but that's my list, and I've
All
been
right.
talking long enough. So there we go.
So my number one is 1989 Batman. Like Daniel
Yeah,
said, like the Christian Bale is like his Batman. Keaton will always be my
Keaton
Batman, and the
is
reason,
Josh Batman.
well, I have two, and one's the animated Batman, which I think we can all agree on. But we're not talking animated
Yeah,
shit here.
yeah,
But
yeah. That's for another
but my
day.
live action Batman will always be, unless something crazy ever happens, will be Keaton, and the reason it is because picture, you know, 5-year-old fat Josh going to his grandmother's house, sitting at a Batman table with a Batman chair, eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that's been cut into
Oh, PB
triangles,
and J.
and watching Batman while you're hanging out with your grandmother, dude. Like that is why it's number one. It's like it's such like it makes me tear up because it's like that's such good memories for me. Growing up, like watching Batman and then Batman Returns, and I can't help it. I love it, and that's why it's number one. Like Nicholson is as Joker, and like it's fucking psycho crazy Joker, like just crazy like goofy Joker. Like he's so strange in this movie. Um, and I love Keaton's Batman, and I love Billy D. Williams in there as Harvey Dent, and like
Yeah.
just it's even the poster. When I look at this poster, right, like I can't help but be nostalgic. I'd see like it's such a classic poster. It's so simple. It's so clean. I would buy
Yeah.
that poster and put it on my
It's
wall
just
now.
the 2 stars of the movie. You got your Joker and your Batman up the top, Nicholson, Keaton, big ass logo, and then Batman. Like it's iconic, dude. It's you know what I mean? Like
And when I think of Batman, that's what I think of first. I think of that symbol, that gold and that black and that bat sigil. Like,
yeah,
and just growing up and watching those movies so much, I can't help. I feel like you
yeah,
know how when you're young and you just remember something, like it's almost like the first thing you remember. The very first
yeah.
thing I remember is watching Batman. It's so weird. Like that's why I will always love Batman. Um, Even though he's not everybody's favorite, like I don't care. He's my favorite. I love Batman.
Yeah.
I don't care how. I don't care how his superpower is fucking money. I don't care. I wish that was my
Right?
superpower.
Like he's just a regular ass dude, but fuck yeah, dude. That's what makes him cool, bro. He's just a regular ass dude going up against all these super powered beings and shit, bro. Like,
hmm
that's fucking badass, dude.
I can't help it. Like maybe that's why I like him so much. And don't get me wrong, I love Superman too. But
Yeah,
but Batman is it's this one in particular is special to me. And Keaton, I think Keaton is a fantastic Batman. And because this
yeah.
is like the first thing I remember Keaton as, years later when I saw all his comedic shit, it felt strange to me. Like to see all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Like
Because to
like
me he
Mr.
was
Mom and that
Batman.
kind of shit.
To me he was Batman
Yeah.
first. It's
Yeah,
so
it's just
weird
like
because
isn't that
you
funny
know
how that works? Like I like it's like people at the time must have been like, "Oh, you're gonna cast Mr. Mom as fucking Batman? Like that's
Batman,
terrible," you know?
right?
Which is like the same
Oh.
shit that people said about Heath Ledger. Like, you're gonna cast Brokeback Mountain as the Joker? Like, what is this? Like, sometimes you just gotta let people do what they do and let them fucking do it, bro. And it
hmm
pays off. Like we said, like Heath Ledger with the Joker or Michael Keaton as Batman, dude. Like, I'm excited to see more Michael Keaton in the future because spoiler alert, for those of you who haven't heard, he's gonna be in the Flash.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see like his like an older Bruce Wayne Batman in the Flash. Like, that's gonna be cool, dude. So yeah, that's exciting.
I can't help it.
That's
It's
fine, dude. Like
just it's
again, we all have
crazy.
our Batmans and everything. Like for me,
Like
it's the
I'm just
Dark Knight
sitting here
trilogy.
like
For you, it's Michael Keaton. You know? Yeah.
there's moments from this movie I'll never forget. Like when fucking Joker's getting worked on by his doctor and he's holding his hand out for the fucking mirror. Like I'll never forget that scene. And then he just starts laughing and walks away and like I will
Yeah.
never forget. It's so fucking trippy how much that shit is burned into my brain because even though I have the world's worst memory, and Daniel can tell you guys this, that only counts with modern shit. I remember all the shit from when I was a kid, which is
Back
weird.
in the day.
Watching Batman, my fat ass sitting on a Batman chair at a Batman table eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's my
Oh,
childhood.
jeez.
Like I love it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's just we all have stuff like that. You know.
Plus fucking fucking Porkins is in Batman. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's the big detective, Eckhart or whatever. I actually didn't realize
Yeah.
this till years later. I did not realize that was the same dude because in fucking Star Wars he's got the helmet and stuff on.
Yeah, he's got the X-wing gear on. Yeah.
hmm I didn't realize that till way later. I was like, fucking Porkins is in Batman. Oh my goodness. I've
Yeah,
the Burton Batmans
like
are
I
so
said,
good.
fucking fucking Harvey, Billy D. Williams is Harvey Dent, dude. Like that would have been
Yeah,
cool if they ended up going the Two-Face route with him, but it is what it is, man.
fucking Knox.
But But yeah, that's our
That's our
list
list,
right there,
guys.
man. Those are our lists. I am excited for The Batman, which is coming out next year, and we're gonna get a trailer for that next month. Super hyped. That looks so good. I am very, very, very excited about that.
Yeah, same.
Um, so I'm just, yeah, I just want to see more, man. But yeah, those are our lists. As you can see, we both have a different list for the two of us, but you know, everybody's gonna have their own version uh of their, you know, favorite whatever. But yeah, that's how it is for us. Let me know if what your guys is you know, how you guys rank the Batman movies for you. Like, what's your favorite Batman? Do you like Keaton? You like Bale? You like Affleck? You like Kilmer or fucking Clooney? Or you know, what do you like, man? Like, and we're just talking live action. You know, if we're you know if we're gonna get the animation, then of course by far it's gonna
That's
be
a whole different can of worms.
yeah. That's you know
That's so
that
much.
that one's not even a discussion. We all know who's the best there. But anyway,
Yeah,
but anyway,
absolutely.
uh, yeah, that's our Batman Day episode for this year. Maybe next year, like I said, we'll do the animated movies, which I'm kind of oh man, that's gonna be a task, but we won't have to worry about that for a while. So, uh, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll do it for the day, huh? What do you
Yeah,
got?
let's
Anything
do
else
our
to add on to this, Josh?
no.
Or?
Let's do our shout outs, Daniel. I'll throw you up here. Here you go. You first. You're up.
All right, shout outs. Thank you, everybody, for watching or listening to this episode. We appreciate you as always. Uh, Join us next week where we'll be talking about Star Wars Visions. All 9 episodes are releasing on Wednesday. So we'll watch those and then we'll talk about them next week. Looking forward to that. Very excited to see it. We'll see you guys there. Coming up for me on stream, I have some things I'm gonna play. Like I'm gonna try out Destiny 2 again for the first time in a very long time. And then what else am I gonna play? Maybe a little bit more No Man's Sky. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna start Pathfinder. So if you wanna,
Hey,
and by Pathfinder I mean, let me get the exact name for you here. Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous. We're gonna be playing that. So you know, within the next week, come by the stream and check it out. We'll be starting that off for the first time. But yeah, we'll be doing all kinds of stuff. So I'll see you guys later. Follow me in all the places here on the side, and yeah, I'll see you all later. Bye bye. Peace out.
all right. Um, yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I know it's a later show. Well, for you guys watching on YouTube, it's not a later show, but and stuff like that. But it's nearly 10 p.m. for me, which is a lot later than we usually do. Um, I just want to say, stay safe out there, guys. Get vaccinated and all that stuff. Let's get the world back to normal. To shout out a few things. I bought my dice that I showed off earlier from Die Hard Dice. I'm gonna shout them out because I love them so much. Look, guys, they gave me a nice little card with my name on it and a nice little note inside, handwritten. Like these, I love these things. I love Die Hard Dice. They're the best. So go get you some dice from Die Hard Dice. They didn't pay for sponsorship or anything. I'm really to yell at them out, but I just love their product so much. I can't help it. The other thing I'm going to shout out is the MCDM's doing a 4th edition D&D game that's up on their YouTube. Go check out Matt Colville and those guys run through 4th edition D&D. I've been watching it. It's edited down. It's very nice, very clean, very enjoyable. And yeah, I hope to get back to our D&D really soon because I miss it a lot in my heart. I need it. It's been like, it feels like it's been a year like since we played. So I definitely want to get back in and start playing that some more. That's gonna do it for us here, guys. Love you very much. Take care of each other, and we'll see you next week for episode 90. Bye bye.